Hey, howdy y'all. Ray Wheeler here at McLean's RV out here in Sanger, Texas. And today I wanted to go over a little product with y'all called the Grech Turismo. This is a Grech Turismo 4x4. Okay, this particular one I have on my showroom floor is going to be a propane version, which means it has a generator. Grech offers this particular one in both four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. This one is four-wheel drive. And then they also offer it in a propane version and a lithium-ion version. The propane version is going to have a Cummins Onan generator located underneath the rear. The lithium-ion is going to have 1,260 amp hours of lithium-ion batteries from Lithionics out of Florida. So to start with, they build this on the 19-foot Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis. This is going to be the V6 BlueTech diesel. Okay, they are going to be switching next year, but for now we have the V6 diesel on these. Okay, it's also going to be the four-wheel drive on demand, so you have a button on the front to switch. Next year they will be going to all-wheel drive versus the four-wheel drive setup. Now, a couple of key features of the Grech here on the exterior that you'll notice are the skirting panels and the ground effects on the front. These are actually Grech exclusive. They are structural components. They are not just visual. They aren't just there to make it look pretty. These are actually fully secured along with this step underneath with stainless steel secures. So as you can see, that's not going anywhere. Underneath this coach, everything is beautifully installed and clean with stainless steel connectors, bolts, plates, everything. It's very beautiful. I had the pleasure of seeing one in California at their center lifted up where we could get underneath it. So on the back here, you can notice on the four-wheel drive versions, they're going to have these black Rhino alloy rims with all-terrain tires. Okay, and then you're going to notice this is your exhaust here. You'll see another pipe on the other side when we get over there. That's going to be the exhaust for your Timberline diesel glycol heating system. So as far as the Mercedes-Benz chassis, this door here is going to be an automatic door. So you have multiple ways to open and close this door. One of them is with the handle there. Another is with the switch on the A-frame here. You have to make sure the chassis battery is activated in order for this to operate. And then once the battery is activated, that door will actually open and close on its own. Grech has specifically built these coaches to be the epitome of luxury. So they want everything to be as ease of use for the consumer and as luxurious as possible. So they made sure to utilize the loaded chassis on this with your seat controls and heated seats and all that. And then also the automatic doors. Almost everything on this coach is automated. You can push buttons and lower the shades, open and close the doors, turn all of your lights on and off. And you can also use an app to do so as well. Here on the front, you'll notice over your side door, you have this beautiful awning. If you notice with the luxury of Grech, they tried to blend everything in to make this look as least like an RV as possible. So on the front and rear of your awning, you have these beautiful fairings. They're just there to help blend the body lines and the awning in together so you don't just have an awning sitting on the side of your B-van like you'll see on a lot of others. Also on the roof, the air conditioner is a low-profile air conditioner, and the cover on that is painted to match the color of the coach, trying to hide everything and make it as inconspicuous as possible so that your HOA or other wanting parties don't look at it as an RV, they look at it as more of a beautiful luxury van. Let's proceed here to the back. We have underneath this little drape here, the man behind the curtain, you have a location if you need to troubleshoot anything or look. You have electronic components and a battery shutoff manual back here on the back to kill everything. So if you're going to put this in storage for a while and you want to kill your chassis batteries, you can actually do so here. And then you have your Xantrex Freedom 2000 over here on the left, okay? So that you know where everything is located in case you need to get to it. I don't recommend the average person messing with these things. There is high voltage down there, but hey, if you wanted to look at it and know where it is, it's always better to know than not know. Here on the back, you'll also notice you have a shade here. This is automated, okay? So don't pull down on this, it will break. And then you have a bug screen here. I will show you these here in a moment. When we get inside, I'll show you how to control them, but they will drop down and either black out the back, or you can drop down the bug screen and allow the fresh air to flow through your coach evenly. Proceeding to the driver's side, here you're going to notice this is the exhaust for your Cummins Onan generator. Okay, so you'll see this on the propane versions. On the lithium-ion versions, obviously no generator, no exhaust. And then this is going to be the exhaust for your Timberline heating system. So this is going to utilize a diesel glycol heating system and an electronic component. Altogether, this is going to give you 21,000 BTUs of heating power. So this little tiny coach is going to be able to keep nice and warm whenever you need it to be. You'll actually notice all of your RV connections here on the driver's side. Now, Gretsch, whenever I said they were trying to be the epitome of luxury, one of the things they did is they don't want you to have an RV looking coach whenever you park this. So if you have a high-end HOA or something of that sort, where they're very picky about what you put in front of your house, they want to make sure that this closed down nice and clean and beautiful so that you didn't have any RV connections anywhere down the side whenever you're parked. So it just looks like a beautiful Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, okay? That way you don't look like the guy parking his RV in Christmas Vacation out in front of the house, okay? Down here, you're going to have your sewer tank dumps, okay, with your normal sewer hose, gray tank, black tank, okay? And then you actually have a storage slot here to the side for your sewage hose, so you can keep it out of the inside of your coach. No one wants to put a dirty hose inside of something that's this luxurious. So you can just slide that right inside of there, close this down, keep everything nice and clean, okay? Once again, structural skirting. You'll notice everything is used to be purposeful, not just beautiful. So one thing I love about the Mercedes-Benz Sprinters is when you have a diesel engine, the fact that your diesel fuel goes here, but your DEF actually goes through in the hood, so you don't have that chance of someone actually putting the wrong fluid in the wrong place. Okay? Next, let's proceed to the inside. So, let's start with the inside. Let's start with the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis. So, up front here, you'll notice all of your controls on the steering wheel to navigate through both your infotainment system on this side, on the driver's cockpit, and through your radio. So you have touchscreen radio, but you also have all of these controls on the steering wheel that are motion sensing. So this button here, actually, if you notice on the radio, it moves through all of your systems on the radio. So that's what this side is. This little square here is just motion. So you just gently run your finger across the top of it and it'll move in whichever direction you want. And then it has a pressure system. So if you press down, it selects whatever it is you're on. And then you can go through and change settings, okay? A lot of your interior settings can be controlled directly through here. And then that one is more for like your trip settings, mileage, if you want to show your speedometer or your driver assist, lane keep assist, things like that on the front display, okay? Down here, you're going to have your AC and HVAC controls with your full temperature control settings. And then here, you're going to notice one of the 3 different ways you can close your side door. So if you simply press this button while your chassis battery is activated, your side door will close itself, okay? And if you notice, in this seat that I am sitting in, I am actually swiveled around. Both of your front cockpit seats will swivel around completely, okay? Allowing you to transition easily from the front to the rear for seating surfaces, so that you have a nice reclining area to sit if you wanted to, okay? Now, some of the features that I'll point out to you here. First off, you're going to notice this big, beautiful wooden area. All of the wood inside of a Gretsch is actually a hardwood, plywood structure that they build and do all themselves, and then the exterior is a European veneer on that. So it's none of it is MDF. This is all actual hardwoods. So every bit of this is made at Gretsch. Okay, so they make all their cabinetry, drawers, all that stuff. The hardware and things like that they order, but the actual wood is built by them. You'll notice inside of your bathroom here, you're going to have your full wet bath enclosure with your plastic coatings and your full enclosure there. And that is all one piece. You'll see seams in there, but it's actually still one piece. And then you have your toilet and your little toilet paper holder there to help keep everything nice and dry. Your shower head can be located up top or down low to use as a sink. So you can utilize that in both manners if you just want to use it as a hand washing sink or as a shower if you so deem it. Okay. And then you'll notice there's actually a little hook above that. There's a curtain rod, or if you will, or a clothes hanging rod with a wire that goes across there so you can hang your towel up to let it dry and not have to put it inside your coach. Moving down a little bit lower, we'll move past the hard surface countertops, and you'll see this little setup here. This is actually for your lagoon table. So Gretsch started utilizing the lagoon table after feedback that the post-mounted table was interfering with movement throughout the coach. So they decided to utilize a lagoon style table that'll mount in multiple locations throughout the unit and will swivel around, making it a lot easier for you to work and live and play inside of this while having your useful structures at your disposal. Okay. You also have a 110 outlet right here above this. And then you'll notice this beautiful floor here. Okay. This floor is what's called Chili Wicks. So your actual topping here is a Chili Wicks impermeable membrane. Below this surface, to help with the luxury and ride of this coach, Gretsch has utilized a high density foam padding underneath there, and then a honeycomb system of flooring to both dampen road noise and to give you a nice insulated floor so you don't have a lot of temperature transfer between the outside area and through your floor. Moving up, you're going to have your solid surface countertops with your nice deep stainless steel sink here. Okay, giving you a nice space. Even though it's a small coach, they want to make sure you still have the ability to do everything. You have your full swivel kitchen sink here with the pull down head. So if you needed to spray, wash, or do anything, you could actually swing that to the outside and wash your hands outside if need be. Now, here you're going to notice the 2-burner cooktop. In the propane version, it's going to have a 2-burner propane stove. In a lithium ion Gretsch, it's going to have an induction top. So since there's no propane, obviously you're going to have induction to run off those lithium ion batteries. As far as your cabinetry goes, you have push button lock systems that you push it out and it becomes your knob so that you can remove that. You're going to have these nice hinges that are going to hold everything up for you. You don't need magnets, you don't need anything, you don't have to worry about it hitting you in the head. So you have spring-loaded hinges to hold it, and you can lock it right back down so you don't have to worry about it coming out while driving down the road. You have drawers in your kitchen space with a little cabinet there, little drawer here, nice deep. Notice once again, hardwood, no MDF. And then another one here. On the left side here, you have your refrigerator. This is going to be a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator, so it's not a propane electric. It is going to run a little better off of your batteries. It doesn't take quite as long to cool down as a propane electric, and it's going to utilize low voltage, so it's not going to drain a whole lot of power from your systems. Up top, you're going to have your little freezer located here with your beautiful ice tray, as you can see. And this is actually cold right now. It's just running off of the battery sitting here on the showroom floor. Inside of this cabinet right here above your refrigerator, you'll notice that you have a Sony Blu-ray player along with your Zamp solar controller. So all of these Gretsches are going to come pre-installed with solar panels on the roof to help maintain your batteries and keep them trickle charged. That is all they're there for, is to help keep those batteries charged and maintained. They are not to run the coach or anything like that. And then you'll notice you have a coax cable connection here. This is for a basic TV antenna to pick up local channels with the booster on or off to help do that. Okay. Right above this cabinet, you'll notice your air conditioner. This is going to be a Dometic AC with directional ports, so you can actually flip these to force the air to go where you would like. If you're back here sleeping and you want to control it and make it go down towards the bed, you can do so. This AC does not run extremely loud. This is a very quiet AC, so it's nice white noise while you're sleeping, nothing to keep you disturbed and awake for a long period of time. And all of this is actually temperature controlled, so there is no controls on here to turn it on and off because it is controlled via your Firefly system here, where you can set the temperature and forget about it instead of having to turn it on and get up in the middle of the night and turn it back off. Once again, that luxury that Gretsch loves to do. Moving to the back here, you have your couch and seating surfaces. If you notice right down here at my feet, you have another location for that Lagoon table. So that is going to allow you to place that table here. If you're doing work on the road and working remotely and you need a table for your laptop, you simply place the table here, work on your laptop, and when you need to move around, instead of having a pole-mounted table in your way, you simply swing the table over to the side and get up and move around the coach freely without anything impeding your directions. Okay. On the left and right here, you'll notice these little ottomans, if you will. Okay. Gretsch's floor plans all utilize the same bedding system. The Turismo, so that it could be on the 19-foot coach, but also still have the same large sleeping area of all the other coaches, they actually slid them up underneath the cabinetry here. So they aren't useful as seats, but what it does is it gives you the same sleeping surfaces as the other two in a smaller coach. So when this is all lowered down, which is all done electronically, it actually makes into almost a king-size bed. So to lower these coaches, or these ottomans and the couch, you have a touchscreen on the front for your Firefly system, and you also have one here on the rear. You can also utilize these touchscreens with an app. So you can get on your phone and control your seats, your awning, your temperature control, a lot of items straight from the Firefly on your phone. Okay, so I can actually, from back here, extend these ottomans directly out and start making the bed system. Or if I'm back here and I just want to watch TV and I want to lounge back, I can simply put these out, so that it makes the full seating area. And then I can lower my sofa down to wherever I would like, kick back with my boots up. And this is a lot easier from an app from your phone, so you don't have to reach forward, and simply lounge back and stop this couch wherever I want, so I can just kick back and enjoy wherever I'm at, my location or my company. Now, to move the couch back up, simply press up. It'll pull everything back. Now, you may be worried about my boots being on this beautiful luxury leather. Gretsch actually chose this fabric not just for its beautiful soft feel, which, believe me, it is very soft, but they also chose it because they ran it through a machine called the multi-rub machine. That machine rubbed this fabric 35,000 times, and after doing that, they chose it because of its durability. It actually held up to that because they wanted to make sure that if you're getting in and out and you're utilizing this coach, your fabric surfaces don't wear down prematurely. Okay? Also, below that, they have placed the most memory foam of any seating surface in any van on the market, because their whole idea is that when you're traveling between point A and point B or sleeping, they want you to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, especially during a trip, you're not going to be excited whenever you get to the destination. You're going to be weary from travel. So they wanted to try to alleviate as much of your road weariness and fatigue as possible by making all of your seating surfaces as comfortable as possible. Here you're going to have your entertainment system complete with your sound bar from Vizio and then your Vizio television. Now, mind you, if you're sitting back here and this seems a little close, or if you want to sit up front and watch TV, they make sure it's possible. With this simple little strap, you disconnect the television from its locking point for travel, and you can actually swing this all the way. You can see that comes out pretty far. Swing that around and face up towards the front, so that you can watch that while you're in the kitchen. You can watch that from the front seats. Or if you're back here hanging out and you want to kick into the middle for you and your company to enjoy, y'all don't have to sit here and stare over in the corner. You can kick it all the way out for you to see it. You'll notice all of your connections back here in the back are nice and neatly bundled, so you don't have a lot of wires hanging everywhere, trying to keep everything as clean as possible. And you'll have your coax and HDMI cable here. You're going to have some of your infotainment system stuff up front, such as if you needed to add a satellite dish or things like that. All of these Gretsches come pre-wired for a lot of systems out there, so you don't have to worry about where am I going to drill through the roof, or where am I going to put this in, or what am I going to do for internet, okay? Because Gretsch thought about those things enough that they actually pre-wired it for a lot of these things with power, satellite antennas, the cabling for all of that, and it's located up here in a storage compartment above my head. That way it's nice and clean and it's hidden. It's tucked off back in a corner for you to utilize. All right. Last, we want to go over your Firefly system. So your Firefly system is your full control system and control board for your entire unit. There are a lot of options and ideas here and a lot of things to go over, okay? But the first things we want to do is go over how to do your bed down into it. So you'll see here you have your driver's side ottoman, passenger side ottoman, and sofa. So you just simply press down on this, and you can do all this with the app as well, and that will turn the back end into the bed. So you just extend and push everything out so that it makes that full king-size sleeping surface for you and your guest. You'll also notice on this board right here to the right, you have all of your tank level monitoring along with your water pump and tank heaters. So if you're in an extremely cold climate and you need to make sure that your tanks don't freeze up, you can turn on your tank heaters. You have your generator start and stop here. This does have AGS, automatic generator start, so if you so wanted to use that, if you wanted to make sure your power didn't get too low and you wanted to kick on its own, you can turn that on via the AGS. You have your awning extend and retract here, along with your master light switch. So this will turn off all the lights, okay? But if you turn it on, you'll notice that not every single light in the coach comes on, and that's simply controlled because you can move here and you can control some of them separately, okay? So you'll notice the bedroom, accents, things like that. Now, any of these lights that have the arrows on them, if you simply hold your finger on top of that switch, the light itself will dim. See, these with the arrows are actually dimmable. So if you watch over here on the ceiling and you watch the main light right up here, you'll notice it going from bright to dim. And it'll reset itself back to the brightest setting. You can control all of your lights there. And then if you wanted to monitor or change some things in your electronic setting, which I don't recommend you go in and messing with too many settings, but if you are familiar with it and you know what you're doing, that's up to you. But you can go mess with your automatic generator start, turn it on and off. You can also monitor where your power is coming from, your transfer switch, a lot of those things. I'm an information hog, so I like to know what is going on and when it's going on. Okay. Just below that one, you're going to have your HVAC control system. So you'll notice here it says cool, that's for your air conditioner, your vent over on this side, and you can turn cool on and then auto, and it'll kick that air conditioner on. You'll notice it says shed here. That is simply running through a power cycle before it kicks on the compressor for the air conditioner. And if I hit that again, it now goes off. Just below that, you're going to have your blinds control. Now this is a super cool feature that Gretsch has set up. With everything being automated, whenever it is time for sleep or privacy, if you want to watch a movie, I call this movie mode, you go to Shade Master, and you'll notice that when I press this button, these shades all around the coach begin to go down. This will black out the entire coach for sleep or for privacy or for movie time. Now, this Firefly system, like I said, is controllable via an app, okay? And you can control that with two different apps. One of them is a range-based app that works via Bluetooth. The second one is cloud-based and requires a subscription. So it's up to you how you want to control your coach. If you want to be able to control it from anywhere in the world and not be within proximity, you can get the cloud-based version and control that coach from anywhere you want. So if you're out hiking and you're coming back and you want the AC to come on, turn it on while you're out hiking in the woods so it'll be nice and cool when you get back. Or use the Bluetooth one if you just plan on controlling it when you're within proximity. Okay? Your Firefly system is going to come with a 3-year warranty on it. Okay? That is an unlimited mileage, just 3-year warranty to cover that. So a lot of people worry about the electronic systems on all these high-end coaches or extreme technologically advanced coaches going out. Gretsch made sure to give you enough coverage where you don't have to worry about that peace of mind, if you will. I want to go ahead and thank you for joining me for the overview of the Gretsch Turismo over here at McLean's RV in Sanger, Texas. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out with me during this little show out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. My name again is Ray Wheeler, and I want to tell you thanks a lot.